Hi guys, it's Tokes here from Watered Seed. Welcome to Watered Seed Talks. Now in this video, I want us to discuss friendship. So imagine growing up and we all had a friendship manual, that told us the qualities that we needed to find in a friend. Join us. Let's discuss. Let's dive in. Before starting on friendship, I want us to go through three things before we start the video. So number one is, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe below. And then number two is, if you want to find out more about Watered Seed in general in regards to what we do, there is a video which is going to show on the card above, and you can click on that video and then it tells you just what Watered Seed is about and what we do and how it was founded. And then number three, on friendship, for this video, I'm going to split it into two videos just because I don't want the videos to be too long, so that if you're sitting with your daughters listening to them, they're not too long where they lose focus. So I'm going to start now. Now, I was thinking about this. Imagine whilst we were growing up, our parents actually gave us a manual in regards to the qualities we needed to find in a friend. I was thinking if that would help me make less mistakes in regards to the friends that I chose, and in regards to maybe the heartache that I had with some friends. Now let me know what you think, and you can add more to this list again, because people are different and we all have, we find different attributes in friends. I have collated about 10 of them. Yes, 10, and this is why I said we can't go through all of it in this video. I've collated 10 of them that I'm going to talk about. And again, like I said earlier, feel free to add to it while you discuss with your daughters, your young adults, in regards to what this meant. Because I believe that for young girls, I think that friends are a very crucial part. As human beings in general, we're people where we want to feel that we have a relationship with other people. It's part of our existence. And so it is very important to make the right type of relationship. But how do we make this relationship? Because I think sometimes as parents, we even forget to discuss this with our daughters or our children until something happens. And then we're like, oh, when did this happen? How did this happen? So this is number one for me. But before I go into number one, I want all the parents out there to understand that the first friendship, the first foundation of friendship that every child has starts from home. Is what type of friend they have with mum, what type of friendship they have with dad, or their siblings. That is the first foundation of friendship. How they talk to each other, how they trust each other. So we must understand that whilst we're building all these qualities, or we're telling them what they need to look out for in a friend, as parents, we first need to be showing these qualities as well, so that they recognize it when they see it in a friend outside, or at school, or at a party, or wherever they've met this friend. So number one for me, I think, is that when you meet a friend, I think the first thing is that you want to make sure that you like each other. You like a friend. Because as you build that friendship, obviously the likeness expands even further. But I think the first stage is that there's an attraction. When you meet a friend at a party, there's something about them that you like, and then you build on that. So number one is that we need to like each other. So it's not a case of, I'm not sure if I like her. We just need to know that we like our friend, right? That's the number one thing. Number two important fact is that friendship is reciprocal. So it's not a one-way street. It's not something that one person gives and the other doesn't give back. Friendship means that it's mutual. It's two people coming together, or two girls coming together, and accepting that they're going to support each other, they're going to encourage each other. It's not just one person encouraging the other person, it's both girls encouraging each other at different times, depending. So we must be able to explain to the girls that if they're in a relationship or if they're in a friendship where they feel like they're constantly encouraging, supporting their friend, but they don't feel like they get it back, then we really need to sit down with them and kind of look at that friendship to understand what's going on. It's never the same time, but at different times they should be able to support each other and lift each other up when they need to lift each other up. So that is being reciprocal. Number three for me is trust. Now, I'm not putting this in any importance order, I'm just listing them out. And if you see me looking down a little bit, it's because I've kind of written a list down in regards to what I think, just in case I forget. So number 3 is trust. Trust, privacy. So when we call people our friends, we need to make sure that we can trust them. When we tell them stuff that are bothering us, we need to make sure that they don't go around telling other people about the things that we tell them. So there has to be trust, there has to be privacy in regards to the things that we tell them, and vice versa. So it's not just what we tell them, it's what they tell us too. And if we felt that we wanted to discuss it with our parents or it was bothering us, then again, obviously that's something different entirely. But first, we need to make sure that we're able to explain to our friend the reason why we've done what we've done, rather than let them hear it otherwise. Because trust is very important in friendship. It is pretty much part of the foundation, is what builds a friendship, knowing that you can count on somebody. You can tell them stuff and, their business is not out there. So if you're telling friends stuff, or if you have a friend and you tell them things and then you realize that everybody else at school or at university already know that thing, then it's not safe. They're not safe. It's not safe to leave your secrets or to talk to them about things. So that is not, the right base of friendship. Now, number 4 is that friendship must be celebrated. You must celebrate your friend, because what happens today is that, yes, there's a lot of competition out there, loads of competition. So women, girls, we're not celebrating each other enough. When another woman does something, we should be happy, we should be excited, because that woman has paved a way for us. And so we should not, pull her down to say, oh, well, she's not good enough, she's not that enough. We should celebrate. And that starts from home. It starts from, how we teach our daughters, and then they take into friendship, and then they build that friendship by celebrating their friends. If their friends are good at something, they shouldn't feel bad about it to say, well, I'm not good at that, so I'm not going to celebrate. I'm going to, sulk over there. No. Friendship is not about sulking. Friendship is about, celebrating our friends when they've done something great, or even when they're thriving to do something. It helps us also, if we feel that we're sulking, it might be the force that helps us to then think, okay, what am I good at? Let me work on the things that I'm good at, and then perhaps boost yourself as well. So remember, when I'm talking about you or me, I'm also talking about that other friend as well, because whatever you do to your friend must also be able to do back for you. So if you're celebrating your friend when your friend is at a place of triumph, then that friend should be celebrating you as well when you're in a place of triumph. It's vice versa, you see. So again, it's reciprocal, is what I'm trying to say to you. Now, number 4 or number 5 is friendship has to do with acceptance. So when I mean acceptance, I mean that it has to be with the acceptance of who you are. Now, if you have a friend and you feel like you have to alter a bit of your behavior to be around them, to be happy around them, then I don't believe that is the right, I don't want to say that is the right kind of friendship, but I feel like they haven't accepted who you are, and therefore you're still pretending. So I'm not sure if that friendship is actually authentic or genuine, because they don't know the real you. Friendship is genuine. True friendship is genuine. They need to see you as who you are. Now, it doesn't mean that you're perfect. It just means that they know you and they know what you're about. And so that's okay as well. And you have to know them and know what they're about, right? Because we're not perfect at all. But the thing is that we know what our friends are about, and we're happy to stand with them in regards to that. So I don't want us to have the idea that our friends have to be perfect. Our friends have to be great at everything. No. They don't have to be great at everything. We just have to like them that much in respective of those things, right? Now, number 6 is that we have to find forgiveness in friendship. And this is where the like comes in. This is the first thing that I said to you. As we grow in friendship, the people that we call our friends, we like them, and even we start to love them. And so when at some point in a friendship, you would have a disagreement. It is the like, it is the love that then helps us to forgive. So friendship, a good friendship should also be forgiving. We shouldn't really hold grudge and keep it, for a very long time and say that this person has hurt us. Yes, there's a time where we kind of think about what's happened and, be able to go back to our friends to tell them what they've done and how they've hurt us. But true friendship is forgiving. When people do something wrong, you should be able to go back to them again and speak clearly to say, this is the way you've hurt me, this is why you've hurt me, and that kind of situation. And again, they should be able to say, this is what you've done to me as well, and then you both come together to a place of forgiveness. That is what true friendship is about. Now, for me, this next thing is very important for me. And true friendship has a binding factor. So when I mean binding factor, there is always something that holds your friendship together. So for me personally, the thing that holds my friendship together is my faith in Jesus, is my faith in Christ. So I have friends where we have like-minded faith and love for Christ, and so that holds us together, that binds us together in disagreement, in our actions and the things that we do. And sometimes for some people, if they're not Christians, or whatever the religion is, it might be sports. You might have friends where you have exactly the same flair for sports, and because you do those things together and you love those things together, they bind you both together. It might be anything else, it might be academics, it might be anything, but there's always a binding factor that holds you together and keeps you grounded, and that's okay as well. That is absolutely fantastic, because that joining factor there, again, just holds you together. It helps your interest in the things that you say and the things and how you continue to like each other and push each other. So those things are important as well. So like I said, for this video, I'm not going to make it exceptionally long, so I'm going to stop here. So if you check the link below, we will be putting the next video in the next couple of days, so check it out. I do apologize that we've had to stop here, but I don't want to make this very long. So I hope you join us for the next video. See you soon. Bye.